Hello, friends. You've stumbled across a short clip from the Daily Switch 2 podcast, which, believe it or not, is a podcast that is about the Switch 2 with new episodes released daily. What will they think of next? Next game, No Man's Sky Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. This was the other game that I mentioned that, like Cyberpunk 2077, when No Man's Sky released, there was a huge amount of controversy and everybody was hating on it and everybody was criticizing it because, again, this was a game which had a huge amount of hype. I remember I personally was really hyped for this game when the first trailers were coming out and when, the developer was talking about all the ideas for the game. It just sounded like an incredible game. It sounded just amazing. And then the game finally came out and it didn't have even a tenth what the developer had initially promised. So it felt very disappointing and everybody felt like they'd been kind of ripped off or lied to. And there was a big negative hoo-ha. But like Cyberpunk 2077, it's completely rehabilitated itself. The developer kept working on it and is still working on it, I believe, to this day. But certainly he kept working on it for many, many years and improving it and adding to it. And now I think pretty much everybody would agree No Man's Sky is a really good game if you're into that kind of game. Nintendo describes it as adventure, but it's like a space exploration game. Yeah, I guess kind of similar to like Elite, if you remember back in the day. And obviously Elite Dangerous is like the newer version. Yeah, you fly around in space, you discover new planets and new solar systems, and you conquer things and you find new species and new plants and new areas that have never been discovered before. And if you were online and you discover somewhere that literally nobody has ever discovered before, you can name it after yourself or whatever. Procedurally generated, but it's a huge game. And if you're the type of person who wants to pretend to be living on a spaceship like in Star Trek, and you're going to explore other galaxies and other planets and discover new alien life forms, and this is going to be a game that you could essentially play forever. There is a huge amount of content. It's developed by Hello Games. It's published by Hello Games. Is it a system exclusive? No, obviously not. It's available on all kinds of things. Similar to what we mentioned with Fantasy Life I, is there a physical version of No Man's Sky? ? I don't know. Googling around, I can only find a Switch 1 version. But if you have the physical Switch 1 version, obviously everything is on the cartridge, and you can upgrade for free. So kudos to Hello Games there. I thought it was cool that level 5 let us upgrade for just $2.59, but Hello Games, true to pretty much what I've just said about every single update being free just to improve the game. Oh, you bought it on Switch 1? Well, of course you can upgrade to the Switch 2 version for free. Of course you can. But if you're going to be playing on Switch 2 and you want to buy it for Switch 2, the digital version is going to cost you $60. And as far as I can see, there isn't a boxed version for the Switch 2. That seems strange. It seems like in the future there probably will be a Switch 2 box version, but right now I couldn't see one. But for me, again, I would imagine it's going to be cheaper for you to find a Switch 1 version for cheaper and then just get the free upgrade rather than buying the Switch 2 version for $60. But I don't know. Either way, the Switch 2 version is a 25 gigabyte download. And for a game that's as huge as No Man's Sky, that's pretty great. And I guess the reason is because a lot of it is procedurally generated. And that's why it's huge rather than having separate content. But yeah. Great game if you're into that kind of thing. If you want to lose hundreds and hundreds of hours and just live your life in space, great game. I'm not going to be doing that because I'm terrified of losing all that time and not being efficient and getting my work done. But can I recommend the game? Absolutely. And the Switch 2 version obviously runs a lot better than the Switch 1 version. And the upgrade is free, and Hello Games should absolutely be commended for that. So I recommend that you buy the game and support them if you're even vaguely interested in that. Well, that was funny slash sad slash informative slash stupid, wasn't it? Feel free to mentally redact to make that make sense with the clip that you just heard. I don't know what it was. I'm just recording a bumper. But if you enjoyed the clip, please give it a like. If you'd like to hear more, click subscribe, and you can find all the ways to listen to and support the full daily podcast at linktree/dailyswitch2. That's linktr.ee/daily switch 2. Let's go! Did I sound like I mean that? I do. I really do.